If I tried to explain to you my attempts at getting dates when I was in the secular world, you would implode from cringing. It was so awful.
This is Sister Monica Clare, an Episcopal nun who traded her life in Hollywood for the convent, and who since then has also become quite the star on TikTok. After years of trying to make it as an actor and comedian, Claudette Powell, now religiously known as Sister Monica Clare, felt deeply unfulfilled and was also dealing with quite a bit of debt.
I hope you're sitting down as I'm saying this.
I am, okay.
I had about $150,000 in debt.
Making people laugh made her forget about the bills and the loneliness, but she never managed to turn comedy into a career. Along the way, she started going to church in secret. It was the only place she felt like no one was trying to network their way to fame. The Episcopalian Church also aligned with her values, supporting reproductive rights and the LGBT community.
Church seemed to be very safe and secure. Safety became a big thing for me as a kid and as an adult, too. That's one of my really basic needs, is to feel safe.
This nagging thought began to follow her through life. What if I left Hollywood and actually became a nun? In a religious community, you take a vow to care for each other until the day you die. It would solve all of her problems.
The life appealed to me as an adult on a spiritual level, of course, having a life of meaning, growing closer to God, but also on a practical level of being a single woman looking at my future and feeling like being part of a team is very secure as opposed to navigating by myself.
So, at 46 years old, Claudette decided she was going to become a nun. But first, she had to get rid of her debt. And that's because most convents won't accept new nuns if they're not debt-free. A vow of poverty doesn't really lend itself to making timely payments. When Claudette wrote that final check, she felt liberated and soon took on the name Sister Monica Clare.
I will live a life that is free of chasing the almighty dollar and trying to get a husband and kids before I'm 40. I will never have to worry again about paying a phone bill, building up a retirement fund, fighting traffic, or even how I look in a bikini.
But paying off debt is just the beginning of how money can complicate life as a nun. Even inside the convent walls, Claudette couldn't escape the stories she had told herself about money and self-worth. She struggled to fit in, and she learned that religious life would force her to confront her financial trauma.
In the movie The Sound of Music, they have that song, How Do You Handle a Little Problem Like Maria? And that's how you feel. You feel like the world has taught you one way to be that is nothing like it is in a convent. So there's a tendency to feel like you're doing everything wrong.
So, is it really possible to find financial security in a vow of poverty? On a new episode of This Is Uncomfortable, we talked to Sister Monica Clare about her experience becoming and being a nun. Listen now wherever you get your podcasts.